Each of the 13 adventures and journeys through the Radiant Citadel is designed to be dropped into pre-existing settings and homebrews so it can fit into any game. This is a great feature, but it also means that if you're playing through the Radiant Citadel as a book, the adventures can feel a little unconnected. The Radiant Citadel is this great hub that connects so many civilizations, but the adventurers are the only ones that seem to travel. If it is a single campaign, it should feel more like a connected universe.
Thoughts right, Sheptagon?
Thanks, Matt Mercer. You make a great point about me being right. And speaking of cameos, I think these can really help those of us running Radiant Citadel as a full campaign. The exciting, interesting NPCs your players meet can also travel via Concord Gym. Having your players meet NPCs from previous or future adventures can help make the Radiant Citadel seem like a complete world. An additional benefit is that sometimes in standalone adventures we have a community turn to a group of strangers for help, and that can be a bit unbelievable. Having an NPC vouch for them will help. This is an easy addition that can accommodate those of us looking to go more by the book and people making large, major changes. I've got a list of 13 cameo suggestions to go through, one from each adventure and one to each adventure. This list will include minor spoilers for each adventure, so don't watch if you don't want to hear. In our first adventure, Salta Legacy, I've added Rufina. Rufina is a tavern owner and skeleton from the Fiend of Hollow Mine adventure. Rufina has forgotten a lot of the recipes they used in life, and being undead gives them a lot of time on their hands. What better place to learn new food than the night market? I think a fun spot to introduce Rufina is the spicy pepper eating contest. The players may see Rufina arguing with an attendant about whether or not they can participate. If the players help out, after all there is no prize, Rufina introduces themselves and chats without going too much into the background. During the contest, peppers consumed by Rufina just drop through their ribcage. Written in Blood is the second adventure. For this one, I'm including Anadoa from the Night Sea Sucker. Anadoa is taking a vacation from running her inn to experience the Awakening Festival. She is one of the individuals attacked by the mind-controlled farmers. Anadoa thanks the party profusely and says if they ever visit Janai, they'll all drink free, and she immediately heads back to the Concord Gym. In Fiend of Hollow Mine, the Night of Remembered has a mysterious magic that in rare cases can cause the deceased to come back to life indefinitely with the memories of their old self. This should be of great interest to some folks from buried dynasties, land of Great Xing, who want to extend the life of their emperor, but are running out of ways to do it in their own land. I had the spy Lu Zhongjin come to Sandsit Lan to research if there were any secrets worth taking back home. Zhang Yin hears of a dark study being done by the cult of Pazuzu and hears rumors of the adventurer's quest. Near the end of the adventure, the spy approaches the heroes, offering to pay for the location of Teosin's laboratory so they can steal Teosin's notes. Zhang Yin is in disguise so the players won't recognize them in Buried Dynasty until the plot begins to unravel. In Wages of Vice, I had Olin, the traveling dancer, show up. Olin is from the Trail of Destruction adventure, and comes to Zinda to view or participate in the many exciting dances that occur during the March of Vice festival. I'd like the players to meet Olin early as the characters explore the festival. Olin professes an enthusiasm for how every culture he travels to loves to dance and does so differently. Sins of Our Elders may have a strong cultural barrier for characters when they meet NPCs who are very hesitant to talk directly about problems or issues. When they first encounter this barrier, my plan is to have them recognized as fellow out-of-towners by Nimuel, who can help explain the cultural differences. Nimuel is a scholar from the Between Tangled Roots adventure. She works to pass on the history of culture of her own people, and knows it's important to learn the history and culture of other people as well. Nimuel is in Yanido to exchange knowledge with local scholars, but is finding the strange lapses in memory of those she speaks with very frustrating. Gold for Fools and Princes is on the brink of a power shift for the Sensa Empire. If you're allies with the right prince now, you may have a bright future if they become emperor. Who do we know that has the ambition and desire for such an increase in power? Madame Samara Ara from the Wages of Vice adventure. Samara is backing Prince Karina as they have done business in the past. Samara may even secretly offer the players gold if they make Karina look good during the adventure. But when the truth comes out about Karina, pays them anyway to save face and Sensa. Trail of Destruction involves natural disasters in the town of Itzalong and surrounding areas. Earthquakes rattle buildings and destroy infrastructure. But with great need comes great aid, and that aid comes in the form of Huang Zhengsun. Zhengsun is a construction expert from the Sins of Our Elders adventures. She is working to help oversee the repair and reinforcement of structures in Itzalong. Jung Soon will speak truthfully about her past with the heroes, which may raise or lower their reputation during this adventure. In the Mist of Manivarsha begins with the Shanka Trials. This exciting event occurs only once every 12 years and is sure to draw interested parties from all around. One such man is Alphonse Rubenaz Zumti, the Sugar Man from the Orchids of the Invisible Mountain Adventure. Alphonse has been rapidly acquiring wealth in his homeland and has put some of that to travel and take in the spectacle of the Shanka Trials. Alphonse is put in danger during the initial calamity. If the players don't help him, NPCs will. Either way, Alphonse will remember the action the players took when the adventurers meet him again. Between Tangled Roots features a similar cameo. This time it's Imad Farak from the Shadow of the Sun adventure. He is in Kalapang attempting to purchase goods for his black market business when the disaster strikes. Once again, players have the option to help the NPC or leave it to others. I think it'd be more fun to have Imad angry with the players, so I intend to put him in a less perilous situation than other NPCs during the Kalapang calamity. The Shadow of the Sun features the Ruse Bazaar. This place of trading seems like the perfect place to meet Lady Dre from the Written in Blood adventure. Lady Dre is a trader and skilled businesswoman. If the adventurers help the community in Written in Blood, Lady Dre is eager to repay their favor and help the adventurers here. Her skill and persuasion can grant players advantage on rolls they make to find out information, or to secure a discount in the bazaar if Lady Dre is involved in the conversation. The Night Sea Sucker was a tough adventure for a cameo in my opinion. I'm thinking of having Duka from the Mist of Manivarsha adventure. The players may meet him when exploring the J9 streets. Duka may be attempting to live his life as a human, in a region where no one knows his were-tiger secret. I'll likely either have him in the inn or working on the docks on a much different type of boat than he's used to. Buried Dynasty involves the archaeological investigation of some historic ruins of old Yangjing. The adventurers will provide support for danger and exploration, but it's also likely that there'll need to be some excavating. Grand Secretary Wei only hires the best, and in this case that's Uzumo from the Gold for Fools and Princes adventure. Uzuma is a mining overseer and can help with any excavation the party needs in the ruins. I'll likely have a few passages in the ruins blocked by crumbling debris in the ruins, so Uzuma can fill more of a purpose. Orchids of the Invisible Mountain is the final adventure, and for that I want to see a cameo from the first. Viorun was leaving Sapsum Co. to marry someone in a faraway land. For me, that person will be in the sugar business in Ottawa. V's wife is a relative of Alphonse, and V is on site during the disaster at the mill. This idea is appealing to me because it involves a spice brother and a sugar baroness for a fun sugar and spice combo. Plus, it's always great to provide closure by connecting the end of something to the beginning.
Thoughts right, Sheptagon?
Thanks again, Matt. Those have been my suggestions for NPC cameos in Through the Radiant Citadel. See if you can find all 800 words I've mispronounced. I'd love to hear other ideas for cameos as well. I've been Sheptagon. Goodbye forever.